Just ahead on Region 8 News at 6, the Chavez Carter suicide could spill over into tonight's Jonesboro City Council meeting. Protesters have plans to make their voices heard. We're there live.
Plus, a Region 8 woman says she was nearly abducted while jogging. Learn what to look out for next. I'm Craig Rickett.
And I'm Diana Davis. Region 8 News at 6 starts now.
Live and high definition. Always tracking. Always watching, always on. This is Region 8 News at 6.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around.
The Memphis-based Commission on Religion and Racism is back in Jonesboro to continue what they're calling a human rights movement for justice in the Chavez Carter death investigation.
Brandy Hunter has been tracking this story today. And Brandy, what's their next step?
Well, guys, I'm live at the Huntington building right now. This is where the group is meeting. They're hoping to address the City Council, the Commission on Religion and Racism. They're meeting right in front of the Huntington building. They're hoping to address the City Council at the council meeting tonight. About 20 people with CORE held a march and demonstration that started at Haltom Street earlier this afternoon and ended at the Huntington building. The group is protesting in hopes of launching what they're calling an international movement to bring the, quote, hidden killer of Chavez Carter to trial.
We are going to fight. We're going to go as far as we need to. And if we have to go to the World's Court in Geneva, Switzerland, to bring these cases along with Mr. Carter's, we are going to do that.
Despite the Arkansas State Crime Lab report released Monday ruling Carter's death a suicide and the finding of multiple drugs in his system, the group says it still does not believe Chavez Carter killed himself on July 28th. Now, again, the City Council meeting starts in about 30 minutes. The group wants to address the council. They are not on the agenda, but there is a section at the end of the meeting for public comments, and so we will be in the meeting to let you know what happens either way. Live at the Huntington building, Brandy Hunter, Region 8 News.
Brandy, thank you. New at 6, Pine Bluff police need your help finding this man, Anthony Wellspun. Police say Wellspun is wanted for several crimes, including rape, kidnapping, and aggravated assault. They say he might be traveling to the Blytheville area. Police say Wellspun is considered armed and dangerous. If you know of his whereabouts, contact the Pine Bluff Police Department at the number on your screen. New at 6 today, police say she shot her boyfriend to death while he was in the tub, and tonight she's behind bars. The shooting happened in Faulkner County near Quitman. Sheriff's deputies arrested Jamie Leach Monday night in connection with the death of 24-year-old Cody Bradley. The department received a call from Bradley's father saying he was concerned about his son's welfare. The victim's father said he received an odd text message from Leach. Deputies found Bradley naked and dead in the tub with a gunshot wound to the chest. Also new at 6, he pleaded guilty to killing another man in 2011. Tonight, he knows how long he will serve in prison. The Mississippi County Prosecutor's Office tells Region 8 News a judge sentenced Devontae Rivers to 35 years in prison for first-degree murder, kidnapping, and aggravated robbery. Rivers admitted to shooting Dorian Long in the head of March of 2011. Officers found a 50-year-old man severely beaten on the railroad tracks Sunday night in Steele, Missouri. Police say this man, 22-year-old Hank Crawford, is responsible for those man's injuries. They say the victim was bleeding profusely from a large cut on his head. The 50-year-old man is in the hospital receiving treatment. At last check, Crawford is in the Pemiscot County Jail in lieu of a $50,000 bond.
News since 5, an Independence County inmate is facing more trouble tonight after jailers accuse him of breaking into the jail's property room. According to an affidavit, the jail staff found cigarette lighters and $55 in Michael Grubbs' cell. This comes after it was reported that Grubbs broke into the evidence room. Also, he was caught on camera. Officials say Grubbs used a comb to pick the door's lock. In Kennett, 46-year-old Rodney McKinney pleaded guilty to drug trafficking. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Eastern District of Missouri, McKinney distributed more than 5,000 grams of powder cocaine and more than 350 grams of cocaine base in Dunklin County and other areas of southeast Missouri. McKinney could serve life in prison and a $20 million fine. Police in Carter County tonight are searching for leads regarding a possible abductor after a woman reported 3 men tried to take her from a wooded area near Van Buren. The woman, who did not want to appear on camera, says 3 men driving a van pulled up to her while she was running in a wooded area between Brown Road and the river. When she refused to get in the van, the men allegedly tried to take her. Police say she told them she ran from the men, took off her bright running clothes and hid behind a tree.
There's other ladies that jog these outer roads around here, so they need to be concerned about that.
Some parents say they are keeping a close eye on their kids as well. Police say they are looking for a van with no license plate and painted rear windows.
Accept their counsel and exit the Senate race. That is Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney's advice to Republican Todd Akin. This comes after that Missouri congressman's comments about rape. Romney has previously denounced Akin's comments, but until today, Romney had not urged him to drop out of the race. Also making headlines in tonight's election watch, a judge will decide if Missourians will have a chance to vote on increasing the minimum wage and limiting payday loans. Earlier this month, election officials decided both measures didn't get enough required signatures to be placed on the ballot. But lawsuits filed last week challenged that determination.
Well, it got a little warmer today, but nothing to complain about compared to what we've known.
Not at all. Pretty nice day overall, especially this time of year when it could be a lot warmer.
That's right. You know, typically in August we run the risk of going mid and upper 90s. Didn't have that today. We did see more 90s though. It was a little warmer than yesterday, but with the low humidity, the temperatures are falling fairly fast this evening. If you look at temperatures right now, we're down into the 80s again in Jonesboro at 88, 89 right now in Blavel, 87 in Paragould, 86 in Corning, and 87 right now in Poplar Bluff. Storm track Doppler 8 not showing any showers or storms. You widen out at the satellite radar and see if there were some clouds down to the south. Mena sitting at 86 degrees, 87 in Little Rock, 86 in Fayetteville. Fort Smith still holding on to the 90s. Overall, the entire state had upper 80s and low 90s. We have a newly formed tropical storm. We talked about this potential at 10 o'clock last night. You can see Isaac there in the center of your screen. That is Tropical Storm Isaac. Hurricane Hunter still flying around there and has clocked winds at tropical storm strength. We've been watching that throughout the afternoon, evening. Could that have any impact on the U.S. or Region 8? We'll have a look at it at a closer inspection coming up in just a few minutes.
Summer is traditionally a time when resources at food banks run low. With kids home from school, finances may be stretched past the ability to provide. The food bank at the Black River Area Development Corporation, or BRAD, in Pocahontas is in need of help. Keith Bowles joins us live with more. Keith.
Well, Diane, I was told today that although many families are moving into the Pocahontas area, job opportunities are slim. So the Brad Food Bank says they've had a rough summer helping those in need.
We do have a lack of food and we're in desperate need. And sometimes our cries is not heard.
Just over the summer alone, the Brad Food Bank assisted over 700 families, which has helped out around a total of 1,600 people.
Right, we can only do this once a month for a family or an individual.
They actually have some food, but what you see right here will only last maybe a week, if that much, depending on needs.
One person could come in with a family of 6. One person could come in having a family of 8. So that would be taking away a lot of the food that's on the shelf.
The pantry is very sensitive to the needs of children. This note on the supply shows that families with kids will get an extra if available. Mansker said right now is a difficult time for low-income homes.
The moms or dads or grandmas are worried about, you know, getting their school supplies. Well, what about their plate of food? What about that cereal?
The food bank is only open 2 days a week. Mansker said that several times this summer they've had to turn people away because they had nothing to offer. Along with canned goods, they do have a specific need.
Meat products. We do have storage for that, as in we do have refrigerators and freezers.
They're always looking for more community support.
We have our regular people who do donate, like churches here, and we also have just individuals.
But the numbers tell the story. There is hunger in Randolph County.
Because the doors are always opening, somebody's coming in or out.
Now for contact numbers, you can go to our website, KAIT8.com, and I'll put them with this story. And if you don't live in Randolph County, check with your own local food bank and give them some help. Keith Bowles, Region 8 News.
One Region 8 community college is ready to open its newest facility. A special dedication ceremony will take place at the Marion Barry Renewable Energy Center on the campus of the Mid-South Community College in West Memphis. Officials say the new research facility will promote entrepreneurs, workforce training, and research in renewable agriculture energy products. The center dedication will take place on Friday at 10 at the school's campus. That facility is named in honor of longtime 1st District Rep. Marion Barry. We are also tracking the enrollment at Three Rivers College in tonight's Education Watch. School officials say fall enrollment is up 10% compared to last fall's record-breaking enrollment. The school also reports an increase in the number of credit hours taken by students. And we are tracking the most stolen car in America in tonight's Consumer Watch. And this car has won this dubious title 4 years in a row. According to the National Insurance Crime Bureau's annual list, the 1994 Honda Accord earned that title again in 2011. Older cars dominate the report last year, but there is good news. Car thefts are at a 44-year low.
WIC hosted a celebration of mothers at the Craighead County Health Department in Jonesboro. This event was a part of the 20th annual World Breastfeeding Month. An informative program was given on a variety of topics that mothers face. Lactation consultant for St. Bernard, Sherry Rickards, says mothers often don't realize all the benefits associated with breastfeeding.
It helps the uterus to get back into the pelvic cavity faster because we're going to burn a lot more calories breastfeeding than you do if you're just formula feeding, because you need about 500 calories just to make the milk. Also, it lowers the risk of osteoporosis, ovarian cancer, premenopausal breast cancer.
Rickards says breastfeeding also lowers a baby's risk of ear infection, sudden infant death syndrome, and upper and lower respiratory viruses. And still ahead on Region 8 News at 6, one Region 8 city wants to bring back some hometown pride. Will Dupree explains how they plan to use a fall festival to do it.
Plus, Ryan Mallett got his first career start last night on Monday Night Football. You'll hear from the former Razorback quarterback later in sports.